Everyone. We're live. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to my Go Live with Sharon interview series, where I bring on our successful business owners from different parts of the world. And today I have the great honor to have our lovely leader from this online business community, Janna, joining us from British Columbia, Canada. And she has been in the business for 3.5 years and absolutely killing it. So being such a young mom and is achieving time and financial freedom through this business, how did she do it? And I can't wait to hear her story. So let's welcome Janna. Hi, Janna. Thank you so much for joining us and share your story. So could you please first tell us a little bit about yourself and like how did you started this online business?
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. I started this business in January of 2020. I was actually working in the insurance industry for almost 8 years.
Wow.
Always wanted to have my own business, something that I can call my own and work really hard at, but I kind of really found the right fit. I tried, my research actually began back in 2017. I was like, okay, I was pregnant, we're gonna have a baby. I don't want to do this whole daycare thing. I want to actually be there for my child. And I tried a lot of things. I did like drop shipping, had my own Etsy shop.
Wow.
Signs like home decor type things. I refinished furniture.
Wow. You did a lot.
Like everything brought money right away. It's like in like a good amount of time, but what I found required a lot of my time and effort. Like I found myself working 10, 11 hours at home trying to make extra income. And so when my maternity leave came to an end, I decided I'll just go back to work and only work 8 hours instead of 11 and at least have time with my baby.
Right.
Did the daycare thing for 1 year, and then in January 2020, I had a 1-year-old, and I literally just found out I was pregnant, and then this business opportunity popped up. And it was actually my landlord who shared it with me, because most people see an advertisement online or media. So my landlord is the one who shared with me, and because I knew her personally, she was like this sweet Vietnamese lady who didn't even have Facebook, like not tech savvy at all. And she was killing it. Like in her first year, she made a lot of money.
Wow.
And I saw.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's your landlord. Okay.
She showed me her actual pay stubs, and I was like, dang.
So
So then I watched the webinar. I kind of learned, okay, how this business is structured, how everything works. And it blew me away because it was unlike anything that I had seen before. Like lots of companies, you have to either, store a product or try to sell something to someone. And this was very different, the structure and everything. So I had a really good feeling, and I started right away. Within 3 months, I was able to leave my insurance. Well, I actually took the risk of leaving my insurance job because I had seen it work for me right away. Within 3 months, I more than I did in my insurance career. And so that's so I was like, I might as well be home with my kids. And instead of like, I was working 1 or 2 hours on the business. So I was like, okay, if I put in like 8 hours into this business, like it's just gonna explode. So that was my mentality, which didn't really happen. Like I left my job, but I still only worked 2 or 3 hours on the business because there's not that much time that you need to put in because of all the systems. Everything is automated. And so but I took the risk and left my career and was like, okay, I'm just gonna actually have my child at home because he was always sick, and it was so hard to leave him at the daycare with someone else.
Absolutely.
And that's how my journey started. And
wow. So That must be, I think that a lot of moms share the same, feeling when you have a baby in daycare, rather than giving money away to the daycare center, might as well look for some job that we could start from home and do it, right? And it sounds like this opportunity really present itself, that is really working for you right
Yeah,
away.
so 3.5 years later, and now I have two boys, and I actually homeschool my older one. And this business is our main source of income. My husband works, but like this is a decent enough income for us to live comfortably and not have to struggle paycheck to paycheck. And yet I'm home full time, still working 2 or 3 hours on the business every day.
Right, right. I see. So, see, my next question to you originally was to ask you, when you first presented this opportunity, since there's so much, so many scams on the online space, like how do you perform your, due diligence and risk assessment? But sounds like you get it from a warm market, people that so you have certain trust in it. But I understand a lot of, people who are interested in this business, or how they come about this business, is through advertising. Like from your perspective, like how would you advise them to perform their, research process, or like how our business provide them the tools to understand the risk associated, and do their own risk assessment? Maybe if you can share with
You
us.
have to do your own research. I did, even still with this, when as soon as she shared it, I was up until past midnight because it just sounded too good to be true. So
I
I was
know.
looking, she's doing this, and on her business page, I found a few other business partners. So I looked into profiles, just did more research. And then also there is a money back guarantee for 30 days to fully understand our system. So
Right.
I did that. I paid, and I actually requested the refund because I wanted to see it.
Oh, if it's real? Wow, good for you. I didn't even think about that.
So I did that. I paid the 149. I watched all the videos, and then I was like, well, how do I know? So I asked for the refund, pretended I wasn't interested, asked for the refund, got my refund. It was back in my account 2 or 3 days later, and then I
Oh
paid
my
it.
goodness, smart. You're a smart lady. Okay, so definitely that shows, it's a valid business. And you had a good point, because nowadays, these online business, there's channels that you can kind of verify. You can go to people's business page, or go to their even personal page sometimes, to look them up and see if it's like a fraudulent or whatever, right? Yeah, so great. And next, like, so after doing like 3.5 years, that's quite a long time, to commit to something, especially an online business. So what's your favorite part of it? Like, if you want to share with people who are interested in this business opportunity, like what would you share some of the things that you love most about this platform?
Um, the very most important thing is the flexibility, because as a homeschooling family, we go on field trips, we go to the doctors, we travel, we have more flexibility just being a homeschooling family. And so
Right.
the business actually fits so perfectly, because you know I can check in on my business while I'm at the park and the kids are playing, or when we go
Absolutely.
to visit family, I can just take my laptop along and check
Yeah.
in. My business is running this entire time. I don't have to be tied down to sit in an office chair or something like that. So that's my absolute favorite part. And then
Yeah.
another thing, not actually having to sell anyone on anything. Like, the system is set up in a way that it brings people to us who are already interested in what we have to offer. And so I
Yes.
don't convince them, hey, you should do this. And with this interview too, we're not here to convince you. We're simply real people sharing what is actually working for us, what has changed and transformed our lives. and so that it might inspire you and maybe this would be a good fit for you. But that's a huge thing for me. With all other opportunities, there's always, and with this too, there's something exchanged in return for money, except here we don't have to try and convince someone to buy it. They come to us because they want this system and this flexibility and this type of structure. So
Yes, yes, absolutely. I absolutely love this flexibility element as well, because I'm a sports mom. My girl is a competitive golfer, and, I have to, accompany her like 8 hours in a day. And before that was like always, just social media, whatever, to kill time. But now we can actually do stuff, kind of utilize all these time to work on our business. So yeah, and another part of it I love about it is also the supporting, right? The global support community. I think that when you start up a new business venture, without a system or without a support system, that's really hard, right?
for
Compared
sure.
to yeah. And
That have gone before, like our own mentor and coach, and then alongside the whole community, you have people who have done this, who have succeeded, and you can look up to them and ask questions. And even the like topics, the subtopic oriented chats that we have, where you learn about different platforms or whatever, it's very just meant to support you every step of the way, which is really, really incredible. And I don't think many business platforms offer that for free.
Exactly. I think that our platform is very empowering, especially Yana. I know that you're such a great leader, in our global community. You always spare your own time, have your power hour to answer any questions. People jumped on your Zoom, and which is awesome and very so helpful.
Here.
That's something, the good thing about this platform, the culture is so, like supportive of each other. No matter what stage you are in your journey, there's always something you can learn from each other. Yeah, so
And
that's
even having the time to do that and to give back to the community, I think, that for itself shows because our business is set up with systems and automation, I have the time and I can do that and pour into other people and help them on their journey instead of just working.
dealing with your own.
Yeah.
That's right. See, that's the automated system, again, make it possible. That is amazing. And so that leads to another next question. I know that every business, has ups and downs, and I'm sure when they first look into our business, they probably see all these income numbers, they may be like, oh, this is too good to be true. So maybe they would like to also understand what might be some challenges along the way, and from your past experience.
For sure. One of the challenges that I had early on was just setting boundaries for my business. Like, this is my work time, this is my family time. It was very much like I was very excited that I'm like making dinner, thinking about this and checking my email, having results, and like just all over the place. And
Yeah.
so after a few months, I was like, okay, I need to just actually set some clear boundaries here. I'll work after the kids are in bed or when they're in their nap time, because I do, for me, I'm helping other moms get more time. So for me, it's like, I want to be able to show that I'm actually working, during their nap times, at bedtime, while they're sleeping. I'm not on my phone the whole day. I can literally put my phone away from the morning to noon, and then I check in at noon, and I can put it away again from 1 to 8 until they go to sleep. I don't have to have my phone on me even, because my business is generating results in the meantime, and then I just check in here or there. So just setting those boundaries.
Time management. Yep. Like kind of
Yeah.
time management. Yeah.
But it's like up and down. some days it's really amazing, and then I set myself a strict schedule and stick to that. And then we have like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and everything gets thrown off. And then again, okay, let me just start over and create a schedule again. So that was kind of a struggle. And then also, I wish I would have started scaling my business sooner, like reinvesting and just growing, like putting more money even into self-growth aside from the training, because I feel like that, yeah, it would have helped scale my business at such a sooner time. I'm only really scaling my business now after 3.5 years, which other people did that right from the beginning or in their first year.
You mean like personal growth wise?
Personal growth wise, and you know, investing more into more time into learning different platforms and things like that, just becoming better aside from the training thorough and great and amazing. But like for me right now, for example, I'm learning all about the Instagram algorithm, and just the having applied the things I learned in the last 2 weeks, my views have skyrocketed. I'm getting leads for free and things like that, which I could have
done it. I see. Oh, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, so now, yeah, so then what it takes to be a successful online business owner, since you've tried so many, different, like your corporate job, and then you also try some other business venture on your own, and here, we're talking about this online business. What it takes to be a successful one, like what would you say?
The first thing is finding the right vehicle to get you to where you want to go. Like if you have a big why, you need to be determined and willing to learn and be coachable, because they will guide you really every step of the way with this business platform. But there's so many different opportunities out there. The first step really is to do your diligent research, and then just really plug in and follow the steps and do what your mentor or coach is teaching you to do, because they've gone before and had this success. But yeah, experience required. Everything is video based, very thorough, step by step. You just have to be determined and actually follow through. I see it way too often that people start a new venture and they just become silent and disappear. What happened to this person? But it's just because life happens, and they don't know how to get back on track and be like, okay, why did I even start this? And what was the potential again? Because that can easily just disappear. So you have to remind yourself why you started and just really work hard until you get to your goal, which, if you compare it to going to college or university for years and years to earn an okay income, to then still work for years for someone else to maybe have a little bit of money for retirement, whereas here you work really hard for 1 or 2 years and you can pretty much be retired.
Right. Yep, that's how powerful this business model is. Yeah, so absolutely, like plug in the system and always remind yourself, your why, your original, biggest why, to keep plugging in the system and can never quit. Yeah, I think that's very important in this business too. So do you have any final words for our audience who are still hesitated, like be afraid of taking that one step to go further, kind of thing, because people are risk adverse?
For sure. Yeah, I would just say if you were even just remotely interested or curious, just check it out. But you have to actually take the step to see the inside of the system, because the workshop is very broad. It talks about the different pillars to build an online business, but inside the actual system, after paying the fee at the end of the video, you're going to receive a step-by-step, like 3 hours worth of videos explaining the different companies we work with, the the products that we partner with, why we chose those products, how exactly you're going to get paid, what your role is going to be, everything. You also get a one-on-one coaching call with someone to help you roadmap out your business. And then even still, if you choose, you know what, I've seen all of this and it's actually not for me, that's completely okay. But at least then you gave yourself a chance to even see what this is about, because just watching us, you can't know what this is all about, right? You have to actually see the inside of the system and the product, stuff like that. And so $149, I just want to say it also actually pays for them to set up your entire business. You're going to get a whole funnel system, the access to the training, your mentor, your coach. There's live masterminds once a week, your website, automated email campaigns. All of this stuff is included in this one-time fee. Like if you were to ask someone to set that up for your existing business, that would be thousands and thousands of dollars, guys.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I did research on those. Yes. This is really, like a risk-free. And plus, if you don't like it, you get the refund. So it's absolutely a risk-free opportunity to take a complete look at the business. And as I said, my favorite sentence is, the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk. Yeah. So if you are remotely interested, absolutely you carry out your own due diligence within 30 days, risk-free, and check it out. All right. Thank you so much, Janna. I know that you have something going on, and I really appreciate your time. And I think that we get so much valuable information from you. Yeah. So it's really great talking to you guys. And I will see everyone next time. Have a good night from my side. Yep. Bye.